Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. Hope all is good with you today, but I may be talking to some of you that just lost your job. I'm seeing more and more of this where, thanks to the virus, more people found themselves not just temporarily laid off, but permanently. And so it leaves a lot of questions, right? Maybe you have some financial hardships, and in the past, what you would do is if you had financial hardships, you could take up to $50,000 of a loan from your 401k, provided that you still had a job, right? And I'm actually okay with that. If you needed to take a loan from your 401k, to me, that's cool because you could pay it back to yourself. It's not taxed twice, by the way, but you could take the money out and put it back. You're paying the interest back to yourself. Doesn't hurt your credit. You're investing back in yourself and getting the interest as well. So it's not like you missed out on a whole lot in terms of returns. The problem is most people now are unemployed. And so taking a loan from a 401k is generally not allowed because how do you pay it back? In fact, we called two of the top 401k companies out there. And I just said, hypothetically, I'm laid off, got a 401k with you guys, can't take out a loan. Let's say I take out some money from it because you're allowed to do that now with the CARES Act. Let's say I take out some money from it. I'm allowed to return it according to the CARES Act, but how would I do that considering I don't have that job anymore and you can't have it come out of your paycheck? And the answer from both was you can't. We don't have that ability at the moment. So you can't take out a loan from the 401k. If you take money out, as you're allowed to without paying the penalty, you can technically put it back over time and save on the income tax, but you can't. We're actually finding out that you can't at the moment. Maybe that changes. So anyways, here's the consideration, and I want to add something to it because I'm not here to just tell you the basics. I want to add something and get you to think a little bit. Of course, roll it over to an IRA. So if you have a 401k, we'll give you an example in a second, but if you have a 401k and you lost your job, there's no chance you're going back, roll it over to an IRA. And I know it sounds like a sales pitch. I hope you keep us in mind, but if not, go anywhere. It's fine, but maybe you'll check us out, right? That helps. Advisors, all that stuff. Anyways, roll it over to an IRA. Then you control what you take out and when you take it out. See, the CARES Act says you can take money out of an IRA penalty-free up to $100,000, and you have 3 years to spread out the income tax if you do not pay it back. You have 3 years to put it back if you like, and in an IRA, you just link your bank account and you put the money back if you decide to. So that's already easier. Okay, let's take it a step further though. Because of the 3-year stretch in paying the taxes, this could be a new opportunity for you as well that I at least want you to think about. I know it's stressful. You're thinking about other things right now, but if you need help, of course, that's what we do here. Let's do a scenario. Maybe this will work over here. Yeah, seems to work. All right, let's say you had a 401k. And it's June right now when I'm recording this. So I'm going to assume you make $100,000 a year and you were fired in June. Maybe you lost your job because of the virus. So let's say you make $100,000 a year, you earn 50, right? And you're not going to work. So you need 50 more. So if you roll your 401k over to an IRA, right? You can take out up to $100,000 from it, providing that there's $100,000 in there. But here's a couple considerations for you. So the first thing is you can control this. Let's say you're going to take out $50,000. You can control this, and you can control when you pay the taxes, sort of, because you got 3 years to do this. So normally, if you are taking money out of an IRA without the CARES Act, whatever you take out, if you take the $50,000 out, it's subject to the 10% penalty. Not only that, the income that gets reported is the full $50,000. So normally you'd say $50,000 minus 10% is $45,000 that I get to keep, and you think you would report that, but the IRS says, no, you report the full $50,000. So what happens there is, let's say it's June, you earned $50,000 at work, you took $50,000 out, your taxable income for the year is $100,000. Oh, and you had to pay the 10% penalty. What's happening now is if you earned $50,000 in income, let's say this is your income, right? And you're not going to go back to work or whatever. You take $50,000 out of your IRA. What happens is this year, what is it, like $16,000 or something, you would be taxed on. Next year, $16,000, and the year after, $16,000. So what does that mean? If you earned $50,000, you took $50,000 out, you're actually only paying income tax or income that's counted in the first year of $65,000. So that's your income, not $100,000. So this is what I want you to think about. Times are tough. I know you're working on this and everything, But you've got $65,000 in income. You were going to make $100,000. Could this be the opportunity to do some Roth conversions as well? Something to think about, right? Because you were going to earn $100,000, you were going to pay tax on that, or I don't know how you do your taxes, but you're going to earn $100,000. Now you're going to be at 65 because you get to stretch the taxes out, right? Maybe you end up even paying this back over time. So if you do it within 3 years, you don't pay the tax. So here we now have 65,000 in income. Do we not have 35,000 extra that we could convert and not cause ourselves any different of a tax bill than we already were going to have in the first place? So take that extra step with this. It's not suitable for everybody. By no means am I suggesting you do it. What I'm saying is take a look at your individual circumstance and say, times are tough. I'm going to have to do what I have to do here. I'm getting a little bit of a break, but can I add an advantage on top of that? Something to consider. Hey, anyways, that's all I have for you. Just wanted to keep that real brief. I know it's not going to be a fit for everybody, but ask your advisor, work with whatever company you're at. And if you're not getting the help, you've got this 401k, you want to go through this process or something more specific to you, know that that's what we do. I'm happy to help you and walk through any scenario. We do that with all of our customers here, in addition to working on their goals and plans and things like that along the way. We're the small company, I get it, but we're working hard and trying to show you ways to get your dough straight. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hit the subscribe button if I helped you. If I ruined the whole thing, I'm sorry. And let me know in the comments below, and have a great rest of your day.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.